Hi, it's Lisbeth, and it's Quick Tip Tuesday. So today I want to talk about EFT or tapping, it's often known as. I don't know if I think I'm late to the game, but I'd never heard of it. And I was talking about the pain that I'm having from my surgery, and it was like a week, and it didn't feel like it had gone down, and I was taking way more ibuprofen and Tylenol than I wanted to be taking. And a friend sent me a video that was like tapping for pain. And so I did it at a point of like, oh, why isn't this pain not going away? I was like, oh, let me try that video. And I felt a little relief immediately after. But it wasn't until the next day I was in the bath and I was like, oh, what could I do? Oh yeah, there was this training I wanted to take and I didn't remember what it was. I just knew I wanted to take it. So I went and searched and found it. And it was on tapping, but I hadn't realized because it was called EFT and it didn't have tapping in the title. And so then I watched that, and from that I like saw that a lot of times it's the next day that you feel more pain relief. And I had just been saying earlier that day before I'd watched the video, I was like, oh, finally, I feel a little bit better. Finally, the pain has lessened a little bit. And so I've been like totally diving into it since then. And I wanted to share with you so that you can kind of try it out and then research it more if you want to, because clearly I'm not an expert. But it's super simple and it can be used for pain. It can be used for emotional stuff, anything with limiting beliefs, anything that's blocking you. People use it for finance stuff, use it for relationships, everything. And it's been around for a while, and there's scientific research that shows that it works to reduce your stress so that it's like healing from the fight or flight response that so many things in our life actually trigger in us, even like your boss saying something to you, or there's so many things that trigger that in us, and then cortisol goes through us, and that ain't good. So it really reduces the stress, and I'll go into some more of those things afterwards. So basically what you do is you come up with a statement that is about what you're dealing with. So let's just take my pain for instance. So I said, you tap here on the karate chop point and you say, even though I'm feeling this pain, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And you do that 3 times. So even though I'm feeling this pain, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm feeling this pain, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then you go through the tapping points and you just do a reminder statement for the first time through. So the first one is like at the edge of the eyebrows, right on that bone, right above from your nose. And you can just do one side or the other side or both. And you just tap like 5 to 7 times while you say this pain, or it might be, if it was about fear, this fear, or whatever it's about. And then the next point is the bone on the side of the eye, so this pain. And then the bone under the eye, directly under the pupil, this pain. And then this spot right here under your nose, this pain. And then this dip in your chin, this pain. And then this part right here, like they give you just like, you find like the U shape here, the soft spot, right? You go down 1 inch and it's on either side. And so what they recommend is just using your fist, because then you're for sure gonna get those spots. So this pain. And then under your armpit, right where the bra line would be, this pain. And then some people include the wrist spot here. Some of the videos I noticed don't, but then they all for sure go to this top of the head. Some people use their whole hand so they don't miss it, but it's the middle top of your head, this pain. And then the second time you go through, you might use words to talk about, like if this is something you've been holding on to a while, you might use words to talk about, like even those statements, like even though I feel this pain, I might be holding on to it because I think I deserve it, or like going into anything emotionally related. You might say those statements as you go through, and then you'd go through another time, or this might be your second time if you don't need to go so deep in the emotions. That's basically telling yourself you're allowing yourself to release it. So it's like, I do not need to hold on to this pain anymore. This pain, I'm going to release it. And just like statements around that, and you go all the way through. And then when you get to the end, of course you take a deep breath because all of this stuff ends with that, right? And you can go through sessions with professionals on this. You can just do it often. But one of the things that they recommended in the course that I was going through is that you start and end your day with it. And that this way it like clears any negative energy to start your day. And then at the end of your day, you're not only like, you're gonna have less stress, you're gonna have deeper sleep, and it will open up more creativity. So one thing they talked about is like he had a client come in and was like talking about her financial issues and the things she knew she had limiting beliefs and things were holding back, but their conversation led them to like this memory from her childhood. And so they did tapping around that because he felt emotion well up. So they went that route. So they didn't even talk about the finance. And like, she came back to him a week later and said that actually she'd had 3 more clients and things were going well. And all of it was because from the tapping and releasing that thing from childhood, she felt safe in her body for like the first time. So, I mean, they even talked about how like sometimes people struggle to lose weight, and it's really because something happened in their past that made them feel like having this, like maybe being thin, or like made them feel not safe, or like losing weight makes them feel not safe. And so like addressing those kind of issues, and you'll have to pay attention to what comes up for you and deal with that. But yeah, if you do it to start and end your day and you make it a habit, there's just, I don't know, I found benefits so far.